Hi, my name is Judie VanKooiman, and you're watching Life Issues. This month's show is about Empowergen, and my guests are Linda Bonfanti and Joe Ledisky. Welcome, both of you.
Thanks so much
for having us.
My pleasure. Linda, I'm going to start with you. What is your professional background?
So for over 30 years, I've been in the early childhood field. And about a year and a half ago, I decided that I was going to sell my company, Magical Beginnings. I had 7 locations on the North Shore. And now I've been trying to figure out what my next chapter is going to be. And through Magical Beginnings, we did a lot of local charity work in the communities we were in. And so I decided to start Empowergen Foundation.
Mm-hmm. So it's very heartwarming to do a nonprofit and helping children.
Yes, absolutely.
That's cool. And why did you want to start Empowergen?
So as I said, through Magical Beginnings, I also grew up, my parents were really involved in Make-A-Wish. They did a lot with the local food pantries. My family was known in Peabody to do a really big Christmas display, and they would donate the money that they would get. And then they finally donated all of their decorations to the Stone Zoo. It was the Labrie House. So I was really familiar and really understood the importance of giving back. So when I created Magical Beginnings, I knew that I wanted to be more than just an early childhood program. So we did a lot with Boston Children's Hospitals, local things like that. And when I had, time in my retirement, I knew that I wanted to do something again that really focusing on giving, kids tools that they need and resources to be successful.
Great. And you have an unwavering focus on children. Please tell us more.
So yes, so obviously working in early childhood, my programs were infancy all the way up to kindergarten. So primarily I'm used to, doing different things in the communities that revolve around children. So that's where I really wanted to focus the most. Empowergen really sheds light on other smaller nonprofits that revolve around kids.
Wonderful. Joe, I'm going to switch over to you. What is your professional background?
Well, let's see. It's a long story. I think the important part, though, is for the last 25 years I've been designing solutions for marketing technology and ad technology solutions for clients. So driving outcomes, business outcomes through all the ubiquitous marketing technology that's kind of a part of our lives with social media and online. But anyway, so that's really what I'm about, creating solutions, long-lasting solutions for clients that drive business outcomes. That's my focus.
Okay, great. And why did you want to be part of this wonderful organization?
Well, as we were saying before, I've known Linda for a very long time, 20 years, and I know she's been doing, so besides the fact that I coached her daughter with my daughter in soccer since they were this big, I also saw the great work she was doing with kids, right? And her the Magical Beginnings brand on the North Shore was something people kind of looked up to. And I had friends who took their kids there, friends at work who took their kids there. So that reputation was obviously preceded itself. So professionally, as a person, as part of our family, basically, I said, when she asked me if I would be interested in getting involved, I said, whatever you want, Linda, and for as long as you want it, I will help.
Okay, great. And Joe, you have a bias toward action. What is that?
So I think what I mean by that is ideas are great, inspiration is great, right? But what drives change? Action drives change. So when it comes to Empowergen, whenever we have an idea and we vetted that idea and we think it's good, we got to go and do stuff, right? And so it's not just about getting ready. So I use this phrase to describe my friend here, which is ready, fire, aim. And that's kind of, it's in that vein. It's in that vein, right? So let's not get ready to get ready. A lot of people do that. Let's just go. And then we'll adjust. We'll course adjust. But we're always heading in the right direction. And I think that's what bias toward action really means, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Right? Ready, fire, aim?
Agree.
Linda, you build and support communities and partnerships. What does that entail?
So as I was saying before, through Magical Beginnings, we would get involved with a lot of local different organizations. We've worked with the Lazarus House in Lawrence. We have done things like collected prom dresses for local students to be able to attend the prom. It's one of my favorite things that we get to do throughout the year. So again, working with the community to shed light on other nonprofits or maybe smaller businesses locally are all kind of the things that we like to get involved in.
Cool, good. And Joe, what is participate meaningful?
So that's one of our core values, right? Is we're going to participate meaningfully, which is we're going to look for opportunities not only to create the partnerships and then the communities that sort of are supported by the partnerships, but we're going to do so in a meaningful way, meaning that we want lasting impact. We want to make sure that anything we do, we're all in on, right? And that means, we're going to dedicate our resources, we're going to dedicate our time, we're going to dedicate whatever it takes to achieve that thing that we want to achieve, right? So it's meaningful impact. It can't be, it's nice to do little things, and we do, from paying for the guy's coffee and back of me in Dunkin' Donuts and while we're driving through. It's always great to do little things in your community to pay it forward or pay it back, but we really want to continue to try to drive meaningful change through these communities and these partnerships. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Cool. And how do you seek to drive lasting impact?
It's a good question. It's about choosing the right partnerships. So it's hard to find the wrong partnership when you're dealing with youth-focused services,
Exactly.
right? But that means that you have to, have a sustained relationship. You have to not just donate once. You have to, kind of help them help themselves. You have to really understand how we can help them drive forward. So, it's a foundation, right? We're creating a community and a group of partners to drive lasting change. So think about the synergies, right? The value and the what do I say? We multiply that return on investment by creating those communities and those relationships, right? So, it's a very important thing that we want to do is to help those guys, help those youth services organizations achieve their goals, right? And everyone's starved for resources, right? But we have, smart people, successful people, access to resources, hopefully, more and more, and deliver that to the community. So I think that's really going to make the impact that we hope for.
Okay.
That's our vision, anyway.
That's great. That's very excellent vision. And what is inspiration you look for?
Well, the inspiration for me comes from the kids themselves. So one of the things I did, so I ran my North Reading Youth Soccer's program for a while. I was the president for a couple of years. But during that tenure, we had the opportunity to start a program for an adaptive soccer program for kids with special needs. So my daughter and I started that program in North Reading. And I think that's where I'm getting chills thinking about it, right? So the inspiration comes from watching kids do something they would have otherwise not been able to do, right? And it was kids from all range, and still, by the way, it's still in existence today, almost 10 years later. But think about that, that effect, right, of having a kid get on a soccer field and play a game that he otherwise would never be able to play from a traditional program perspective is, as I think you can tell, really impactful. And so that's the inspiration. The inspiration is from the kids themselves, like just watching the impact, right, of that small thing. I'm like, we need more of that, right? Imagine the kind of, if we could take that idea, right, and move it across the greater Boston region, the North Shore. There's so much out there, right? I mean, from your experience with not-for-profits, there are so many people out there that want to do good. We can multiply the efforts of all by just providing them
And working together.
that support and really making a community of this, right? And I think we're lacking that, at least in my short view. It'd be really impactful to build that community and drive the inspiration from the kids. Everyone's inspired by a kid who gets to do something and wouldn't have otherwise been able to do.
Right. Yeah. It's amazing what these kids can do.
It is.
Anything. Yeah. Linda, you have a couple of fundraisers coming up. Please share.
Yes, we're still in the prom season, so our next one is going to be with Recovery High in Beverly, so we're excited to give out more dresses there. And then in April, on the 10th, we are going to be in Woburn, and we're going to do a sip and shop, again, to really help focus on small local businesses. So we're excited about that, and also about spreading kindness and giving back at that event. I also sit on the board of Connor's Kindness, so we'll be doing the cornhole in May. And then our big one is going to be the auction in September. And through that, the money will go back this year. We've decided to give back to Connor's Kindness. So we're really excited. We have a lot of different little things that we'll do along the way. As Joe has expressed, we will definitely do support children for local sports and different events like that. We're also going to try to put a few events together over the summer where we can have younger generation get involved and really show the kids elementary age the importance of giving back. So we're excited about all those things.
Cool. Well, that sounds exciting. And Linda, are those the only 2 fundraisers that you will be doing this year?
Those will be our 2 big ones, but we will have a lot of little ones along the way.
Okay. And are you in need of volunteers, and what would they be doing?
Oh, yes, please. You know, through Empowergen, people have different choices of what they can do and, you know, how much time they would like to spend. We're looking for people who would help us collect donations, maybe get people to come to the events, help us with sponsorships, of course, and then even getting some of the gift baskets ready for the silent and live auction would be great.
Okay. And besides the 2 fundraisers, donate or be a sponsor, please tell us more.
Yes, so if you go on our website at the Empowergen Foundation, you can see through social media and you can see on the website all the great things that we're going to be doing, the things that we've done in the last few months. So we're hoping people will start to check us out since we are really new to the nonprofit world. And we'd also like to encourage people, if they know of a smaller nonprofit that does focus on kids from birth to college, that share it with us. We'd like to definitely find out more.
Definitely. And Joe, what is your mission statement?
So at Empowergen, we're dedicated to helping children get access to the critical resources they need to thrive, right? And we're going to do that through, again, creating communities and partnerships and continuing to look for ways to drive value, right? So it's not just about, so that's the basic mission statement, right? So get those children those critical resources they need to thrive, because any obstacles that are in their way are generally not because of something they've done, right? So we're always looking to get obstacles diminished and opportunities escalated to achieve that mission, right? And it's more than even just about creating partnerships. It's about when you get bigger visibility or broader visibility to what's really going on in our region and in the area we're looking to cover, there are gaps. And right now we call them outreach programs. So wherever we find a gap or we find an opportunity that isn't necessarily being addressed by a current nonprofit, well, we can step into the breach and try to help cover that. And also I believe, and Linda and I both believe this, that we can actually help get nonprofits started, and those smaller nonprofits started, a la Connors, right? It's had humble beginnings and it's had a great impact. So we have the vision of also being able to help people who have great ideas, right? And kids have great ideas, by the way. Help them try to realize those ambitions to help people, help kids in their community. So I over-answered.
Okay, great. And can people find Empowergen on social media?
You betcha. So yeah, we have a Facebook presence. Empowerfoundation.org is the website. But Empower Foundation is on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on Facebook. So we're starting there and growing quickly.
Okay. And Linda, if anyone has any questions or would like more info, can you please give us your contact info?
Yes, so if you follow us, on our website, there is contact information through there. we're happy to reach out and answer any questions that they may have.
Okay. And we mentioned Connor's Kindness Project a couple times, so I'm going to give a shout out
Yes.
Give a
to our
shout
little
out.
friend, well, not little, but to Connor, who's taller than me now. This young man, you have to check out his social media and his website. It's connorskindness.org. Excuse me. And he does kits for kids that are in hospitals or shelters. And he is an amazing young man. And he has a fundraiser coming up in May, a cornhole tournament. So please
We'll
go
be
on
there. We'll be there to help.
Yes.
go on their website and check him out and stuff. So
He's
you won't
doing
be,
amazing things.
yeah, read about his story and stuff. So it'll be really, really cool and stuff. So I'm sorry, but that's all the time that we have. Thank you both for all that you do for those in need. I love to hear your thoughts and suggestions. Please send them to lifeissuestv@gmail.com. And remember, live each day to the fullest and celebrate life.
Hi, I'm Linda Bonfanti, and I'm the president and founder of Empowergen Foundation. Here at Empowergen, we help other smaller nonprofits who work with children from birth all the way to teenage years here on the North Shore. With a passion for helping children throughout my career, I saw a need and an opportunity to give back and shed light on other small nonprofits. Please help us spread the word on social media. And if you'd like to get involved and join our team, we would love to have you. Thank you and have a great day. Tell me something that you could do to be kind to someone.
If someone's sitting alone at lunch, you can go sit next to them. If someone drops something, you can help them pick it up. Or if they spill something, you can help them clean it up.
When somebody falls, help them up or go and get help.
Share my stuff with them. If someone's alone, you can cheer them up. I can play with them and maybe give them a hug if they need. Only hug somebody when they're crying. You give confidence to everyone like you should today. If someone hurts themselves, I can go home and get them a Band-Aid and then bring it back to them. If somebody's hungry, I can share my food. If someone doesn't have a friend, you can tell them that you want to be their friend.
If someone is sad, you can give them a big hug.
Good job.
Hi, my name is Judie VanKooiman. I'm the founder and president of Those Who Can for Those in Need.
And I'm Sebastian Lemieux. I'm the treasurer.
We connect people and resources from the greater Boston and North Shore area.
We help provide help with elderly, losing a loved one, children, low income, homelessness, mental illness, disease and health issues, substance abuse, domestic violence, LGBTQ, and veterans.
We are Winthrop-based, but like we mentioned earlier, we cover a large area.
Our website is twctin.org, and on there you can find the various resources from the organizations that are with us, past episodes of Life Issues, which is a resource show, and our newsletters.
We hold 2 major events every year. We have our annual comedy show fundraiser in the spring, and early September we have our annual Family Resource Fair. For both events, please check out our website and social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
During our resource fair, our visitors will be able to visit the resource tables, there's food, and also various family activities.
To end, I started Those Who Can for Those in Need in memory of my husband, who passed away in 2007 of cancer. You can go on our website to learn more, twctin.org.
Thank you.